Why might it be a particularly good idea to mediate commercial disputes rather than to see them through the court process?
Well, as most commercial entities would like to spend their time doing business rather than fighting in court. It's a expensive, unpredictable process where the parties are leaving control over their affairs to a third party, and hopefully it's a third party they trust or they can respect, being a judge. But by and large, if business people like to resolve things, I think they like to be able to get back onto doing business. And therefore, in lots of commercial cases, you can see an opportunity or a possibility for resolving the issues at a fairly early stage. Even if it's not done at an early stage, it can be done prior to trial. And we've seen mediations working early and mediations kind of right up to the trial itself. And I can give you an example of a case I was involved in practice, where it was a very long-running case. In fact, Judge Gilligan was hearing as the High Court judge, and it was being heard in a specially constructed courthouse very close to here in Clonskee, involving the pyrite litigation. And we were at hearing for almost 2 years in that case. But for quite a lot of it, certainly for several months towards the end, we were involved in a parallel mediation process. So we would do our case in court during the day and try to mediate in the evening. And ironically, the mediator was Turlough O'Donnell for that case. And eventually, after, as I say, almost 2 years at trial, a parallel mediation going on for a number of months, the case was successfully settled. So that's when it's really late in the day. I mean, that's not ideal, obviously, because huge costs will have been incurred up to that point. But by and large, the short answer to your question is parties like to be able to control the outcome of their case, and they can't control it if they're in court and they leave the decision to a judge. They have no control over that.